Meet Harry. Harry is 59 years old and retired, and his memory is fine. He remembers everything: his passwords, his appointments, every player in his favorite football team from 1987. Harry is very proud of his memory. Harry is also completely ignoring 5 things his brain has been sending him for years, because none of them look anything like what he thinks dementia looks like. Harry is very proud of his memory. His brain, on the other hand, has been trying to get his attention for quite some time. Harry has not been picking up. Here's the thing about dementia that nobody tells you. It does not start with forgetting where you left your keys. It starts 10, sometimes 15 years before that, with signals so quiet that most people walk right past them. The brain does not fail all at once. It sends postcards first. Harry has been putting them in the bin unopened. The window where knowing this changes what happens next is not in Harry's 70s. It is now. 3 of these 5 signs have entirely fixable causes. 2 are worth a proper conversation with a doctor. Sign number 1 starts in Harry's kitchen at 7:45 in the morning. Same brand, same machine, same 2 sugars and a suspicious amount of milk. For the past 4 months, the coffee has been wrong. Not terrible, just flat, muted, like someone turned the volume down on it. Harry has now bought 4 different brands. He has cleaned the machine twice. He briefly considered that his wife was sabotaging him. She was not. She found the accusation very amusing. What Harry has not considered is that the problem is not in the kitchen at all. The nerve that carries smell signals from the nose goes directly into one of the brain's primary memory centers, an area called the entorhinal cortex, which sits right beside the hippocampus, which is also one of the first areas affected in early Alzheimer's disease. Now, before Harry panics, and Harry is already slightly panicking, there are many entirely fixable reasons why smell changes. What matters is not whether you can smell something, it is whether you can identify what you are smelling. Harry can still smell something, he just cannot always tell you what it is. And that detail, in clinical research, is more significant than Harry's coffee preferences. Harry has decided this is a coffee problem and moved on. The second sign is harder to blame on a beverage. Harry used to love Saturday afternoons, football on the television, a cup of tea, maybe a biscuit or 3. For the past year and a half, Harry still watches the football. He just does not particularly care about it anymore. His team scores and Harry thinks, good. His team concedes and Harry thinks, fine. His wife has described this as Harry having lost his spark. Harry has described this as her being dramatic. Harry's wife is not being dramatic. In medicine, this has a name: apathy. Not laziness, not sadness. A loss of motivation and engagement that arrives without any sadness at all. You are not sad. You are just no longer there in the ways you used to be. New onset apathy in later life is a known early marker of cognitive decline, under something called mild behavioral impairment. The cruel part is that the families always notice first. He used to ring the grandchildren every Sunday. He used to be in the garden every morning. He used to have opinions. Because he feels fine, nothing hurts. It gets filed under getting older and left there for years. Harry's wife has also noted that Harry has been losing words mid-sentence. The word thing is sign number 3, and it is more interesting than Harry thinks. Everyone over 50 loses words mid-sentence occasionally. You reach for a word, it is not there. You describe it instead. The thing you cut bread with, the machine that warms up food, and eventually the word comes back, usually at 2 in the morning when you no longer need it. This is normal. This is annoying, but it is entirely normal. The version Harry is experiencing, however, has a detail that is not normal at all. When you cannot find a word and you know you cannot find it, that is normal. When you replace a word and do not notice you have done it, that is different. Harry has been calling the remote-controlled the telly thing for 3 months. Not once, every time. He is not searching for the word anymore. His wife has noticed. His wife has a list. There is a test neurologists use for exactly this. Name as many animals as you can in 60 seconds. Above 12, reassuring. Below 8, or repeating the same ones, worth mentioning to a doctor. Harry has just been told about this test. Harry got 19. He refuses to be judged by a list of sheep. Sign number 4. No blood test, no brain scan, just watching someone walk down a corridor. Your brain does an extraordinary amount of work to keep your movement coordinated. When those pathways degrade, you see it in the walk before you see it anywhere else. Harry has been slower at pedestrian crossings for about 8 months. His wife mentioned it. Harry said it was his knee. Harry says it is his knee about most things. The test that catches this in clinic: walk down a corridor while counting backwards from 100 in 7s. Harry stops walking entirely, not because he cannot do the maths, because the brain can no longer run both tasks at the same time. Harry is going to try this test and then lie about the results. Sign number 5 has been keeping Harry's wife awake for months. She has been very patient about not mentioning it. It involves Harry's wardrobe. During normal REM sleep, your brain sends one signal to your muscles. The brain acts out the dream, the body does not. Harry's system has stopped working correctly. Harry has been acting out his dreams. On 3 separate occasions in the past 4 months, he has punched the wardrobe. Once, he apparently shouted something about a parking space. His wife has moved her good lamp to the other room. This has a name: REM sleep behavior disorder. Of all 5 signs, this is the one that warrants the clearest conversation with a doctor. It is associated with Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's disease with a specificity the other signs do not carry. This does not mean Harry has either of those things. Many people have isolated episodes for entirely manageable reasons, but it does not come with a list of lifestyle fixes to try first. Harry, after a 40-minute conversation with his wife that used the phrase, "You have been ignoring this for 2 years at least 4 times, made an appointment. He sat in the waiting room for 17 minutes. He briefly considered leaving. He decided this would be very embarrassing to explain. He did not leave. He sat down and described all 5 things: the coffee, the football results, the microwave, the crossing, the wardrobe. His doctor did not say everything was fine. His doctor also did not say it was dementia. What his doctor said is that Harry had arrived at exactly the right moment. The doctor asked how long these things had been happening. Harry said a few months. His wife, who had quietly accompanied him, said 2 years. There was a pause. Harry did not argue with this. Sign by sign, here is what his doctor went through. The smell. Check for B12 deficiency, zinc, sinus issues, lingering COVID effects. Harry had low B12. 6 weeks of supplementation later, the coffee is starting to smell like coffee again. The apathy. Thyroid, testosterone, sleep quality. All routine. All worth ruling out. Harry's thyroid was fine. His sleep was not. Harry has been sleeping badly for a year and told absolutely nobody. The football results, it turns out, may be a sleep problem in disguise. The words. B12 again. Also dehydration. Also sleep. The replacing without noticing pattern has not progressed since Harry started sleeping properly. The walking. His doctor took this one more seriously. Harry was referred for a neurological assessment. It found nothing of immediate concern, but a baseline was established. Any future change measured against something real. And the wardrobe. Sleep specialist. Low-dose medication. Episodes significantly reduced. His wife has moved the lamp back. The mark on the wardrobe remains. Follow up in 6 months, not because something is wrong, because this warrants being watched. What Harry knows now that he did not know 6 months ago. The brain does not fail quietly. It sends signals. It changes the smell of coffee, dulls the pleasure of football, loses a word here and there, slows the step, moves the body in sleep when it should be still. None of these on their own mean anything definitive, but together, noticed and taken to someone who knows what to look for, they are not symptoms of decline. They are information. Harry has also stopped filing things under getting older. He has started filing them instead under worth paying attention to. This is, for Harry, a meaningful change. And information at 59, with the right doctor and a wife who keeps very detailed lists, turns out to be an extraordinarily useful thing. The list, as it turns out, was never his wife being dramatic. The list was the point. Harry has not said this to her, but she knows. Harry would like to note for the record that he got 19 animals, and that the coffee is excellent. Harry would also appreciate a subscription. There is another video here about something his doctor mentioned in passing during that same appointment, something that surprised Harry considerably more than the B12. Harry will be back.